name is Vanessa Meza Perez, and for the past year, I have served as the Vice President of Administration, and for this term, I am running to be your guys' president. So, I'll start with a little bit about who I am and why I'm running. So, as I said it before, I was on the executive board for the past year, and unlike a lot of other people, I went straight directly to the E-board. I wasn't on the appointed board, so I didn't really have prior experience to coming into this position. So although it was a little scary and at times a bit stressful, it's something that I will probably never ever regret. And that is probably the reason why I'm here. So being on E-board, I got to see a lot of things from behind the scenes. And that meant a lot of the good things, like all the great projects, but at the same time, I did see where the club can improve. And this is why I created my own platform to help improve this club. So, especially dealing with the appointed board for the past year, I definitely got to see how a lot of members had to sacrifice something for the success of an event. And although that has been unfortunate, anyone that has been on any kind of board in this club can tell you that does happen very often. However, I think that doesn't have to be the reality. I think that it's possible for us to not just be better members, but to be better people. And by being better people, we need to actually be better students. So that is something that I did see when I was a BPA, and that is something that I want to set into and emphasize in my own term. So not just being a better student, but also being a better person. So with that, we can't really expect our new generations and new members to be as involved as we were if we can't show a good example. So by that, I think that I am qualified because of the fact that I do take a lot of hard classes, I do work, and at the same time, I am still able to attend all the board meetings and the majority of the general meetings, and above that, go above and beyond and help out my own committees. So because of that, I think that in general, the next board, whoever they may be, hopefully I could work with them and we can all work together to lead a good example. So that kind of covers the first two points that I brought up. So how do we go about that? So in order to do that, we need to have more precise and accurate planning. And by this needs to have more transparency between the executive board and the appointed board. So this is something that I definitely saw could have improved during this past term. But now that I have learned, and a lot of my new people in my own generation have learned as well, I think that we can accomplish this now if we all set the right foot into the new term. So that is for transparency between two boards. So now focusing on member retention and development. So it is one thing to say that I want to have more members within the next new year. I think any other candidate can say that, but at the end of the day, my goals are not quantifiable. I don't want necessarily an X amount of new members. I want quality members. I want them to walk out of this club better than how they walked in. I want them to genuinely be better people. And as you can see at the bottom quote, directly from our Circle K bylaws, it states that Circle K, its main intention is to make better people through the three tenets that we have. And I think that we can definitely do a lot better with that. And because of that, I think that that's where my own platform comes from. I want to create better people, and I want to help lead the next generation. So as far as for member retention, I want to work closely with the BPA, the whole executive board, but especially the MD&E, the Membership Development and Education Chair, and the SUM Chair. So because of that, I want to make sure that the new generation is included to the fullest extent. So when I joined, I felt like I was a part of a family. And because of the fact that my generation is so new and we kind of were pushed up to the top, we didn't really get that chance to really extend that family experience to the new members. And for that, I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, we just had to set the foundation. And this year was really about building that foundation, getting things done. But now that we have done that and we've proven that we are worthy and capable of doing that, I think that it's the best thing to take the next step and do better. So with that, I want to include the members and teach them the traditions that make Circle K, Circle K, us. We are unique, we're different, and we're a little weird, but we embrace that. And that's something that I hold very close to my heart, and I would do anything to help this club. Yes, this leads to the last one. So building a foundation for the future. So if we do our job correctly and we lead by example, then new members won't be as
That is time for speech. All right. Any hands?
In your platform, you mentioned transparency between boards. How exactly would you improve the transparency between the boards?
So during my term, my executive board, we had a couple of summer meetings, but it was only exclusive to the executive board. And once we started the term, a lot of the appointed board members had confessed to me saying that they felt a little out of the loop. And now taking that into consideration, I definitely want to create that transparency, especially for both boards to be aligned in their goals once we start the new term in the fall.
Next question. Jacob?
You say in your platform how you want to improve not only club improvement, but self-improvement. Can you further elaborate on the self-improvement?
Yes. So by self-improvement, I mean, that kind of relates to the second term, where it's just like not being a better member, but being a better person. So it's okay for members to, go out to service and, get MRP and such, but what are they going to gain from that? We need to show that they can be able to handle both academics and, being involved with Circle K. Because at the end of the day, what I compare our club to is our sponsoring Kiwanis and, LVYP. If you look at all of them, they're all professionals. They all have a really busy life, and at the same time, they're still able to get involved with the community. So how are we any different? So time management and just better improvement of a person is what I'm aiming for.
Alex, you have the next question.
Besides BPA, how will you act as a liaison between A board and E board, especially when there is conflict between a board member on either side?
Okay, so aside from the BPA, I was planning to eventually just kind of pop into some of the one-on-ones just to make sure that the BPA is doing their job correctly, but also just to see how my appointed board members are doing as well. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of things that do stress out board members aside from just Circle K. There are a lot of emotional factors like family or school, and I want to be in the loop with that as well. Because at the end of the day, if something doesn't go right, if someone can't complete a project to the fullest extent, it's all our responsibility to help out that person because we are a team. So just being as involved as possible.
That hand first, and you.
What have you done as BPA? How can that help you as president if you win next meeting?
So this year as BPA, I was very involved with both the E board and A board. And when there were problems that happened, I was usually the one that took care of them. I kind of saw both sides of what happened and tried to deal with it, logically and trying to be very respectful of anyone's opinions or anything of the sort.
That's time. All right. Thank you, Vanessa.